What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with my all-new review of Put a Ring on It. So we're back with the session with Dr. Nicole, and Charlie says she's going on her third date with Odell Beckham Jr. Otis decides to be petty and give a third date to Cherie. Now, Shay don't feel like Otis likes Cherie. This is a give back because Charlie might really, really like Chris, and if that's the case, that's a problem, and you be right. So she wants to know, how did Charlie feel about him going on a third date? She says part of the process. I feel no ways. It's okay. So since she don't got a problem with it, Dr. Cole wanted to know, how did he feel. He said it's cool. I'm okay. She said, now Mr. Otis. Oh, wait. I'm skipping ahead. She wants to know Charlie feel, figured out the process. Yes. Right, so I was correct. Otis doesn't want to express it at the moment, but we can tell he wants something to say. And to me, he talked about how, I don't know why she would want a third date. To me, is disrespectful way into the relationship because he had already been disrespectful in the beginning. Now, Dr. Cole was like, you mean her going on another date is disrespectful? No, it's the way he talks. It's what he's talking about. Because obviously, what he don't do, Charlie still do, which is tell her about her date. So that way there's no mistrust, there's no miscommunication. I'm letting you know there's nothing wrong, right? But she told him that Odell Beckham Jr. and her had a conversation, which led to him opening up about how he had a threesome with his ex-girlfriend. And he said that's not really a topic of conversation that you have with somebody that you're on a date with. Why would that be the first thing? Well, to me, that was a build up to a conversation because she asked him, how is he single? What do you look for in a relationship? That's when he opened up with, well, what I thought I wanted was a girl who likes to get in a lot. Turns out I couldn't keep up with her. And how she liked to do things, I thought it'd be cool to doing them as well. But after that, I really don't fool with that no more. So to me, I felt like this was Odom. This was Otis's way of still looking down at the type of woman that he's with, while another man is wanting to date her because how he viewed her as weak. That's how he viewed her in another man's presence. To me, the fact that he wanted to bring up this specific topic about how he had a threesome with his ex, that's like, oh, he just look at you as another conquest. But that can be true. Odin Beckham Jr. does give me fuckboy vibes. He'll hit it and leave. But at the same point in time, Otis, is that how you view your own woman too? For you to even think that as well? And then how he keeps on talking about how can I take you away from your man, and I feel like that's disrespectful anyway. Well, another man can be confident in what he can see in a woman that she's not getting in her relationship. Any man can say that. That's a part of the game. So it's not really that big of a deal if a man can say, what can I do to get you away from your man? That means that I can pretty much take you. But if I could be in a position of being taken, then I don't have a concrete relationship. If I have a concrete relationship where nobody can tell me nothing and nobody can tell my man nothing, then this relationship is solid. Can't, no outside game, no outside pickup line, no outside nothing can take away what we got going on, because I have trust, he has trust. That's not gonna work, right? So anyway, it's just kind of like that disrespectful. So for him to be petty, he wanted to go on a date with Sheree. Even though I don't understand why Charlie wants another date with Otis, I just think she probably loves the thrill of seeing what the options are. Or she could probably just be in the thrill of, maybe I'll try that thing one good time and be on my merry way. I don't know. That could be where her mind is. So, week's assignment. Since they will be going on separate dates, Kenneth and Shorty will be focused on their relationship, and so will Fonzo and Shay. So the women will be trying on wedding dresses. Don't know why. Neither one of these relationships are ready for wedding dresses. I guess that's something to keep up with the routine factor of the show. And Shay is nervous because they went through an engagement, but they never got a chance to go down the proper preparations for a wedding. So I can't get excited about getting engaged if I have to figure out what's going on in the relationship, going through the motions. I'm not excited about that. So the ladies are at the bridal store. Each of them tried on the dress. Shorty don't even know why she's getting excited about wearing a dress if she's not even in the space of wanting to get married to Kenneth, because she doesn't want this man. She's over and done with. Charlie put on her first dress. Gorgeous. She's emotional. She can't see herself walking down the aisle to Otis, but they have a lot of problems that they're still figuring out, still working through it. Because she has to still wondering, if we're going to get married, can we get over the petty fights? Can we get over the petty arguments? Can we communicate properly? So Shay tries on her dress. She becomes nervous because it's all about the action of the man. I need him to put action in handling the situation with his baby mama. Tell her I'm the one. She's the baby mama, and that's it. Communicate with her what you should have communicated with a long time ago to let her know where her position is and where my position is. And she's not gonna do anything, not think about getting engaged until that's settled. I don't want any miscommunications moving forward about my relationship with Fonzo because I think it's a little bit of a timeline in between, an overlap, because he never fully broke up with his baby mama, probably around the time that he got with Shay. And Shay assumed that I am dealing with a man who's free of a relationship, but he really wasn't free. He was in a gray area per to his choice, per to his decision. And then at some point, I came to be in a relationship with you, not for you to pass the time to get over your relationship and be with me, or linger on with the relationship you had and still move on with me. So just tell the truth. There's no miscommunication. And until we get that sorted, we got nothing else to talk about. Shorty tries on her dress. She's so pretty in her dress. I love the dress as well. But in her mind, she questions if Ken can step into that leadership role. And even though she can tell she'll make a beautiful bride, but will she have a beautiful marriage? And that's a lot of things people tend to get confused on. You can have a beautiful wedding. The bride, the gown, the food, the reception, the cake, everything could be gorgeous. But will the marriage be great? That's the one that people tend to forget and overlook. The marriage is long lasting, not just the wedding. So again, this is another time that Shorty is realizing something about herself, that she's not happy in her relationship the way that she thought she was. And she was happy about the idea of a potential marriage. She could be with Kenneth, not what was in front of her. Now, we already know that Shorty took Kenneth in when he showed potential with a man that he could be for her, but he never lived up to it. Now, she kept on trying and trying and trying, realizing this man is who he is, how he was in the beginning. He just sold me on a dream, and I took that dream. And now I'm mad about me taking that dream. So, Shay, they go on a little date, a little refreshing about, you took me, little me on a date. Show me how you be with the other girls on the dates. He can't, Shay, because he be trying to hold on to what he wants to do, but he can't do because you might be lurking in the corner. But learn about the process and how they've gotten closer, but getting through the biggest issue, which is blending the families. So she wants to know the $1,000,000 question. Are you going to be truthful no matter what she says or how she responds? Meaning, if she tells you something that you might not be openly agreeing to, or she might call you out on a lie, are you going to still keep up with being honest about what she say? And he said, it shouldn't be too hard. I never lied to you. I never hid nothing from you. No, not hid, but you kind of lied about going on a business trip, and you went on a vacation with the baby mama and the mother. So, okay. Basically, she wants to live up the expectations that she want. Live up to them. So he'll be heartbroken if she leaves, but he doesn't want her to leave. And she recognized that he is expressing how much he loves her and cares for her, because he never opens up about how he feels. She be thinking he be full of shit sometimes, and still do, even in this moment. But they both want to make it right. And he sweetens it up with a bouquet of flowers to give her a smile on her face. But again, it's kind of like, I am not going to move forward until you handle this. That's what's going to happen, okay? Get through this, and then we can move on. So they about to go have makeup sex, I can tell. So Otis goes on a date with Sheree, which was a waste of time, a waste of her time. And even though this is the third day, she's thinking that, oh, he's interested in me because he's always happy and smiling when he sees me. But not really. To me, Otis was so focused on playing the game and just being there, he really couldn't say nothing to her. He didn't want to say nothing to her. And by the time that they got down to sit, she was asking him, so how are you? I'm good. And she's trying to have a conversation, and then she opens up how I'm hungry. He said, I'm hungry, so I'm going to get some food. Okay, well, what about me? You know what I want? Yeah, I know what you want. Okay. Didn't even express on what she wanted, just left the table abruptly because he did not want to be there. And then when he got the food, he was just in the food, nothing there. This was a waste of Sheree's time. Charlie goes on her date with Chris, and even though she wants to figure out her relationship, she enjoyed the date with Chris. He's getting mixed signals because she's so happy in her relationship, but yet I'm here on the third date. What's going on? So he told her, I do like you. I feel like we have potential of being together and I want us to go on more dates. She said, that's nice. But she told him that she showed Otis his Instagram, how he's been liking her pictures and everything. I don't know why she said that. What was that supposed to do? Like, what were you trying to say? Like, you were, I don't know. Like, the fact that you told him that you showed your man his Instagram, he's been liking your pictures. Okay. That would be great. I don't know what made for her to say that. It's kind of like she is enjoying the fact that she has another man in the wings, liking her pictures, possibly sending her DMs. So Otis comes back with the food. The food is good. She's opened up a conversation about, would you prepare for this? Because you are a chef. He said, yeah, I eat it. Nothing. He's being closed off. He's not talking. It's different vibes because he's here, he's not here. No, Sheree, he's not there because he don't want to be there. He decided to be petty and go on another date because Charlie went on another date. And the fact that you wasted your time thinking that he likes you, girl, he don't like you. He don't. And it is awkward. Barely taking any hint to have a conversation, which was happening last episode. Nothing was there. All he wanted was look around looking for somebody to serve him, look for something to eat, look for something to drink. So Charlie tells Chris she's moving on with their relationship. She's super happy, but she thinks he's a dope person. And they enjoy their time together. She wants to focus on her relationship. He's happy that she's focused on her relationship, but just future, in future case, I'm here. I'm your man. You know what I'm saying? You know me. You know my Instagram. Hit me up. So she thanks her being understanding, but at the same time, it's kind of like, what does it mean if you felt like you wanted to move forward in your relationship? Why did you have another date? It could have told him when you did not have a third date. You could have just said, I'm staying in my relationship when the Dr. Nicole asked you, will you be going on another date? I just think that Charlie likes playing games. I think she enjoys it. And I probably think she probably enjoys a different experience of what another man another man might be. Because like she said, this experience does give you other options. I don't want to jump into what the other option could be unless I have actually went through all the trials and tribulations of figuring out this relationship. So Otis is back at his date, and him going on a third date with her is clarification that he's ready to propose to Charlie. This showed you that he's prepared to propose to Charlie? Really? In front of her. She looked disappointed. Her time was wasted. But she's happy he was being open and transparent. I felt like he just threw that out there because he didn't have anything else to say. He did not want to hold any conversation with you. So I don't know if Otis is really ready to marry Charlie. I don't know if he's actually thinking that because Charlie is on another date and he doesn't want her to leave. But maybe he is taking for granted that Charlie is a beautiful girl and he wants to keep her around but not really have any actual understanding and growth of what it is to keep a girl like Charlie. And then Sheree kind of already knew that he was going to propose to his girlfriend because she's a great girl. And he wants to give her credit because it was her that discovered that he was ready to propose because she carried the same qualities that he would date. And he believes that it helped him understand that he was ready to propose to a Charlie in the first place. If that's the case, Otis, why did you get mad that she gave a hug to somebody? Why did you perceive to act like a child? Why did you perceive to, punish her for, I don't know why I'm blanking on it, but I don't know, Otis. I feel like you haven't had any growth about yourself. You didn't even listen to your own father's advice about listening to her because you didn't want to listen to her. So what growth have you used? I don't know. Fonzo called his baby mama on the phone. Her name is Jewel. He starts out with apologizing. And to me, the girlfriend, no, I mean, the baby mom was like, what you want? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Because he went through a whole diatribe, apologizing how things left off. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to do things. I know I didn't explain things well, but I do value as the mother of my child. She said, okay, well, you did cut me off. You did throw me away. And I can see you're getting better, but I'm left broken. Because you stopped me from knowing my life because you made it seem as if you were coming back to me. That's the vibe that I was getting. He said, you're right, because I was about to close. I was supposed to close a chapter and start a new chapter. But you didn't do that. You kept a chapter bookmarked to open up a new chapter. You never closed that. You left a bookmark on it to come back to. So basically, he said, I did you apologize. I'm trying to be better. And I'm sorry how I ended it. She says, you're not. You're not. So obviously he knows that there are some things that she wants to say. She wants to argue about how he left things, how he probably promised her things and he never came up to it. So basically, I can see you're in a position to do better, but I'm not going to be understanding because I feel like you are coming at me with this newfound understanding that you have, but you haven't been understanding about how I felt. So he wasn't trying to go back and forth with her because she might be telling her some, she might be telling him some truth. Now, she did talk about the relationship, how Fonzo been cheating on her for years, and she's not the problem, it's him, and she doesn't want Shay to constantly feel validated by him. So Shay needs to be treated with respect because she went through the same thing that Shay's going through, and he needs to stop cheating. So he just wants to make it work for their son, have a conversation. Well, she said, okay, well, that's fine, but you need to have an understanding about how you do not introduce your new wife or new girlfriend to your child before you meet the mother, which I can understand as well, especially if the child is small. I don't know who this woman is. I don't know who this woman is. So you need to be correct and still, as you say, value me as the mother of your child, respect me as such. So I can know who is around my child. So I can trust that person as much as you trust that person. And he said, "You're right. I'm sorry. I want to apologize." But she doesn't believe what he says is genuine. She don't believe him. She said, "Action speaks louder than words." I'm like, wow, even the baby mama know you be full of shit sometimes. Action, Fonzo, action. You got told by not one but two women who says you need to put action behind your words. You can't just say it and just expect for it to come. You got to do it. So yeah, I can't just say you're better because you spoke to a psychiatrist. Now things, are all better. Things take time. We've been a great team to our son. You've been a great father. I've been a great mother. But you haven't let him down. But that doesn't change the past of what you did. So obviously, you're right. You're right. We're gonna do better. Then it hangs up. So it was a step one. He wants Shay to see that he's taking the initiative of figuring things out so they can blend the family. Okay, Fonzo. Shorty. Shorty was on a date with Kenneth, a tantric yoga type of thing, and they're supposed to do some form of cuddling. They tried to have a conversation about what can they do to move forward. She's asking him what does he want from her? He wants her to be understanding and coming from a genuine place. But she said, "You want me to believe what I haven't seen?" He said, "I want you to believe that I'm going to come and show up." So they were moving forward, but it kind of got stuck because she wanted specifics. How you going to have my back? Then he brings up how he going to, wipe the whole financial situation out of the blue. I'm going to clear this up right now. And she said, "How specific are you going to be about clearing the financials?" He don't want to dwell in that conversation. He wants to say, "Action is the only thing I can say. I'm going to just show you better than I can tell you." No, you need to tell me and then show me. And so what kind of action you going to take? What kind? I need details. So again, he's asking, what do you want from me? I'm clear what I want. What do you want? Specifics? Yes, specifics. Now, to me, this is another way of him taking away from the conversation of financials because what is the plan? You want to throw it out there. What's the plan that you have? So, like I said, he's getting upset. He doesn't want to talk about it anymore. He want to work on a plan. He said, "I don't know what you're working on. What are you working on?" So he has a question. Can you just answer this question? And he gets irritated. Oh, yes. Can you answer me this question? Let me be clear what I'm saying. Don't get mad. I want to keep up with the financial because he wanted to talk about other things. He did not want to talk about financial, but that's what he just opened up with. He wants to wipe the financial situation out of the water, right? Okay, what's the plan? Don't like it because he doesn't have a plan. So now he wants to ask something else of what he can do in this moment or what he can do with what he has. No, I want to keep up with one conversation and one topic. I want to keep up with this financial topic. So she tells him, "Don't get mad. I want to stay on this topic. If you're telling me you got things in order, but what things? What things are you going to do?" He doesn't want to have a conversation about financials because he doesn't have anything in order. And of course, she's making a face because it's bullshit. Because he said, "Yeah, I gotta figure things out. Yeah, I'm gonna get some things done." If you don't have anything, what do you need to get done? Tell me. What steps are you making? And of course, she's making a face because again, he's trying to cap with some bullshit. And he said, "Why you gotta be defensive before I even say anything?" I didn't say nothing. So to me, it was all bullshit coming out of his mouth. It was a simple, "I want to know what's going on." But all he wants her to do is just give him support, say you're a good man, and you're taking care of things, rub his eye. Like he wants to look into her eyes when he comes home, console him. I work all day with a man, all that type of stuff. I just want to come home and be relaxed and be cared for. And she said, so what you're telling me is you want to pay all the bills, do all the cooking and cleaning, all the domestic shit. Okay, right there's a fantasy. I want an actual plan because you're selling me a fantasy. Promises that's not going to be kept, doing things you said you're going to do, not doing them. It's been fluff, nothing but fluff, all talk. So he says the process is rushed and he didn't have a lot of things to figure out. To me, every confessional that Kenneth had, he gave me drunk and high. And he said, why you want to keep on asking me them same questions? Do you not know a marriage is a lifetime asking the same questions? And it is. It's always going to be, what's the plan? What are we doing? Okay, we fumbled up this bad. We fumbled up our finances. How are we going to build our credit up? We've already tried this. What are we going to do about this? It's a lot of whirlwind of ways of answering and doing the same thing over and over again. So she's asking him, do you feel forced? He said, I don't feel nothing. I don't feel nothing that I don't want to do. Well, she said that there are two different puzzle pieces, and I don't want us to force our way to fit if we don't fit. Well, for me, I'm going to take a hatchet and cut around the edges and make us fit. Then you don't fit. Square peg, round hole. Don't fit. You guys don't fit. You guys don't match. So right now, she's realizing her and Kenneth are not meant to be together. Excuse me. So the yoga is over. The last position was a hug. The look on Shorty's face was she does not want to touch this man. She does not want to be around this man. She don't like this man. She feels nothing. And she says there are times when she's unhappy and someone can ask Kenneth how they're doing and he said they're great. I don't feel happy in my relationship, but Kenneth just always says we're great. And he said, if that's the case, then why are you being with me? Stop playing with me. I said it. I said, Kenneth, she has said in more ways than one that she doesn't want to be with you. You don't want to listen. This is her acknowledging, I don't want to be with this man. And why would Dr. Nicole set up a cuddling session with somebody that I barely want to hold hands with? That means she's done. Done and over with. I don't want to be with this man. I'm over and done with him, okay? So it continues on. Shorty and Kenneth, they had a conversation last night about getting engaged. And she was being honest about what she wanted. It didn't sit well with Kenneth. She sees a change in his behavior. He's drinking. So something's about to go down. So she just want to talk to him. She's on her phone. Please don't talk to me. No, don't talk to me. He said, oh, I feel like things should have been shut down 6 weeks ago. He's prepared to go whatever he's about to go with her. There's no stopping him. He's getting very disrespectful. He is drinking. He's being rude. And this was a very triggering scene to watch. So he goes off the ledge with, I'm a man. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And the last thing that I want is to be in a relationship with a woman like you. I have been dedicated and willing to do anything and everything for you. He calls her unappreciative and how everything that she has is a problem. And as a man, it doesn't make him feel good at all, which is bullshit. You keep on saying how she doesn't make you feel good, Kenneth, then go ahead and walk the fuck out. But what do you need to feel vindicated for, validated for, what you don't do? So just him trying to make him feel better as a man, saying, I want to be appreciated. I do want to get married, but not to somebody like you who's going to judge me for everything. Judge you what you don't do, hit you with the truth, what you don't like. He's going off on bullshit because he's just feeling like you don't know my worth. You don't appreciate me. All the time you've been lying to me, thinking to myself, okay, she loved me. Yeah, we good. You came in this bitch telling everybody how you really feel about me. How you ungrateful as fuck. Really going off the rails the way he don't provide. Nigga, you don't do shit. What does she want? What do you want from her that you don't do? You cook and you give dick. What do you want me to do? You don't pay bills in this motherfucker. Do you fix things around here? When was the last time you paid a bill? In the words of Jody's mom from Baby Boy. What do you do? So right now, he's bashing the fuck out of her. And that's not how he usually is, but he's getting liquid courage and losing his shit. So all the comments that people are saying how Shorty breaks this man down, talks down to him, yells at him, she's telling him the truth, and this man can't take it. Look at his temper tantrum that he's doing. This is bashing, calling her ungrateful, calling her weak, saying how she's unappreciative. All this from a woman that you took pictures of her bank statements. All of this because you followed her from her job to her new place because you couldn't afford the one that you guys had before. Really? He continues to bash her more, saying she wasn't his type. He lost himself. Everybody knows how he is. They want to know, dude, come back, come out of the sunken place. Nigga, goodbye. You said when you met her, she was the cutest thing you ever saw because how short she was. And then them videos that I'm seeing online about how you're doting upon her, following her around the house, camera all in her face. What the fuck? Really? Not her flavor? Not your flavor? Okay. So he proceeds to be even more messy and more disrespectful and calls her weak. I already said it before. I'll never settle for that type of shit now. I'm like, good night and goodbye, Kenneth. Go away. She said, that's fine. Pack your shit and go. I feel the same way you feeling. I'm not feeling you. I have no more patience than I've given the 3 years of this relationship. Then wait on the man to get his shit together. You can go on and get out. Because after all this, you have a lot to say. Like I've already known this from a long time. And you have the actual balls to say it to me now. It took you to have liquid courage to say this to me now. Now, we all know that Shorty did allow most of what happened because she saw potential. She invited him in. He was charming. He was charismatic. He had that New Orleans, he had that Louisiana accent. So yeah, she was swindled by his height, by his dick game, by his charms, but then realizing that's all there is. This man is nothing but a toxic dick. That's it. He is a toxic sensation that I just don't want anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it hasn't been working. So I never thought. Oh yeah, she said of all this time I've always told you where the exit is, where the door was. Somehow you don't know where it's at. You don't go for it. So when you want to finalize everything, so everything is done, everything is over with, all right? Only done ASAP. And she tells him it's cowardly that you want to do all this while drinking. And this man was drinking a beer. He drank out of a wine bottle. All I saw was all Lifetime movies that ends like this. And that scene from Tyler Perry when Malik Yoba and Janet Jackson was in that scene. When this man was walking around drinking, being very disrespectful. That's what I saw. So they go back and forth. She's pretty much saying, let me know where you stand, let me know where I stand, because this is an exit conversation, right? We're doing this, we're breaking up. So he's fucked up again because she said we're done. We're over. He said, no. I didn't say we're not getting married. We over. Yeah, we over. No more relationship. I don't waste my time with a man who doesn't have a future. I'm done. And yes, so you got down on one knee and now I'm not your flavor today. Goodbye. So he gets more disrespectful, becomes belligerent, wants to act like he is the most unappreciated man in the world. Give me a fucking break. And she said, this is what you bring to the table. He said, I don't give a fuck about what you think I bring to the table anymore. I don't give a fuck anyway. You look like a clown, which you do. Like he's just doing too fucking much. And then if I kick you out, you're going to be begging me like you did usual. Begging. Yes, begging, nigga. She left you the first time. You came back and followed her from her job. So begging. Kenneth is drunk, laughing, being an asshole, being disrespectful. Conversation is supposed to be over. We're supposed to go our separate ways. Get your feet off my couch that I bought, by the way. No contribution, no respect. She's over. She's done with it. You leave and you moving out today. That's a promise. He said we could be friends. Hell no, we can't be friends. And then this man did some to help shit. Listen, I got talent. I'm smart. I'm a man. I'm strong. On some, you was smart. You was kind. You was important. Kenneth, what do you want? You want a woman to just say you a good man, Savannah? What the hell is that supposed to do when you don't do shit? You don't do nothing. So this man has the nerve to go back outside, come back in, do 2 cartwheels with his drunk ass, and say we're going to be the best of friends? Boy, bye. She is embarrassed. And she should be. Because this man is a fucking child. This man's embarrassing himself. And, oh, let me get to it. And he's been disrespectful and laughing, drinking. They go back and forth. You're a child. You're a fucking child, which you are. So he said, listen, I'm doing all this shit. You ain't going to appreciate it. Oh, yeah, because, yeah, you a child. Yeah, you chose this child. You artificial motherfucker. I said, oh, no, not that. Not the MFs coming out of your mouth. And the producer said, now, Ken, come on. You're doing a little bit too much. What I wanted them to do was cut his ass off from the beginning. About how he's going left and right. I think he called her a bitch at one point. Or he just said the scenario was a bitch. But come on now, bro. And Shorty wanted witnesses in this shit. That's why she just sat back and let his ass be embarrassing. So he said, fuck you. Do you think they're about to make this shit? All this and that. Then he brings up how he's a Gemini. He got multiple personalities and stuff. And how he's fighting his personality and his emotions from last night to now. So all of it is coming out. He proceeds to get more disrespectful. Calling her, telling her about her look. She got artificial lashes on. And she said, okay, well, get your stuff and get out. Get out. More disrespectful. He said, I love you, girl. Let me find something to say. I'm going to call you in a couple of days. You recording me? You recording me? There was absolutely nothing that can salvage this relationship. Nothing. She even offers up her own suitcase to give him because he came in trash bags. And said, you know what? Keep the suitcase. All the month's bills that I paid for, And all the money that you borrowed from me that you owed me, don't worry about it. Keep that because you need it more than I do. And she said, I'm gonna put your shit in trash bags. And she did. Like I said, he moved in with trash bags. He moved out with trash bags. Tossing his shit out. Enjoy the suitcase because you probably can't afford to go anywhere else. Goodbye and good riddance. Good night. And that's it. And he is literally a belligerent asshole. Drunk, laughing, goofing. Mwah, good night and goodbye. And he said in the past he might have called her up and say, sorry, couldn't work it out. But then these new tools that Dr. Nicole has been giving him, he said, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it alone. Really? Really? You weren't listening to tools when you decided to take her phone for 24 hours and look at those messages. You didn't decide to find other ways to get through your emotions and your feelings when you decided to spam her job Facebook page and spam the comments. You still didn't decide to take a picture for bank statements. What tools have you used to make you a better man, Kenneth? Because I'm still not seeing. I still see it now. But fine, y'all. That was a long scene that was really like crazy as hell. Next episode gonna be even more crazy. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for the next video, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.